Hello and welcome to No Face Meals. I'm your host, Marjorie Haynes. Today we're going to take an old classic and turn it vegan. It's cold, it's snowy, it's wintry, and you want some comfort food. We're going to do beef and noodles today. It was a mainstay when I was a kid growing up, and we're starting out with one onion, already chopped and softened. Okay? We're going to be using our friend, the Butler soy crystal curls. Million different ways of doing this kind of protein. I marinated this last night, and what you do is you rehydrate it in boiling water for 10 minutes, and then I put in about a cup of my base. A couple of teaspoons of onion powder, a teaspoon or so of garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper, and Bragg's amino acids, which is what we're using instead of salt, because you know we don't do salt. The onion is getting nice and lovely. I use avocado oil, which I just opened and got all over the place, but that's the way it goes. This will give it a nice buttery taste. Another thing that you're going to need is these are eggless ribbon pasta. Okay, so we're not using egg noodles. You can if you want, but since we're doing vegan, we found the egg-free ribbons, which we think is going to be awesome. You want at least a cup, maybe 2 cups of this stock already constituted and ready to go. And then you have your cornstarch and water, of course, which is the best friend when you want to thicken something. Now I've got some extra stock just in case it doesn't make as much as I think it's going to. This is a recipe out of my own head, so there you go. There's one of them recipes. We'll see how this goes. Your beef would probably be a lot darker if you added more soy sauce. If you can, that's awesome. If you can't, you do what we do. I've got 4 quarts of water that is already getting ready to boil. Onions are almost done. Okay. And you want to put in, a teaspoon, couple of teaspoons maybe, just to get this onion soft the way you want it. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and dump this. See, now when you reconstitute your beef, you want to make sure those curls, you want to sit them in hot water for 10 minutes. I usually cover mine with some saran wrap. And then you want to dump them in a colander and rinse them real well with cold water, and then squeeze all of the water out of it. Okay? Because you want your curls to take on the flavor of your stock and your marinade here. It looks like I've got quite a bit of stock here. We may not need that extra, which is okay. It reheats really well. Not a big deal. So we're going to let that come up to temperature. We're waiting for the water to come up. The curls you can get at Amazon, or you can get from the Butler Soy Curl website. It comes in a variety of different packages. I didn't fool with it. I went with the 12-pound bulk box because I kind of figured I would need the 12 pounds, which is fine. Some people don't need that much maybe, or they don't think they will. I guarantee you try some of these recipes, you'll buy the bulk package of them. And they keep forever. There's no such thing as, oh, well, I've got to use these up because, no, you don't really, because as long as you keep them dry, they'll be good. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of this here, Bragg's. Just a couple of teaspoons. I usually undersalt things because if you want more, you can add it to your food, not so much your recipe. But I do want that have a little bit of saltiness to this. Things that you can add to this, you can add, some people put green peas in here, so they have like the whole dish. You know, you got your veggie and your meat and your protein in your all together. But any vegetable would do. You could do, you know, zucchini would be good. You could do mushrooms, of course, because mushrooms is kind of a universal vegetable. A lot of people don't care for them. Some people don't. I like them. Just going to let that come to temperature so we can do the sauce. We'll be just waiting for the water to get done and boil. And it's true what they say, that a watched pot never boils. So we'll be back whenever the water starts to boil. We'll put our egg noodles in. Come back. We'll show you the dish. Hi, and we're back. Our vegan beef is ready, and it's bubbly. You want to make sure that it starts to bubble before you add the cornstarch, because it'll thicken it better, a little better. I'm telling you, cornstarch and water, one of your best friends that you'll ever have in the kitchen. So you want to add, reserving a little bit more, because you're going to let this go ahead and cook. Cornstarch has to have heat to start thickening. It's beginning to thicken. If you watch the Mongolian beef episode, you know that this doesn't take a whole lot of time for it to thicken into something the way you would like to have it. That's probably too much, but that's what we got the other broth for. Okay. And like I said, this would probably be darker if I added more of the Bragg's or soy sauce or whichever you want to do. See, now that's nice and thick. Just waiting for the water of the noodles to get boiling so we can get that together. We'll come back and we'll show you the completed dish. And now we're back. We're getting ready. We boiled our noodles, and this is what they look like. Pretty close to egg noodles, just not quite as dark. So we're going to add them to our beef, because it wouldn't be beef and noodles if you didn't. Kind of want to mix that around, and we're going to go ahead and plate this. I want to tell you this, it smells great. So I'm ready to dive in. We'll go ahead and plate this, and we'll show you the complete dish. And here we are, the finished dish. Doesn't it look delicious? Just enough sauce, gravy. So I only had to use like a half a cup of my reserve liquid. So next time we'll know. But this smells and looks delicious. I did go a little easy on the Bragg's because, again, you can't really unsalty something. So rather it be a little bit less salt and add it to your plate. And there you have it. Vegan beef and noodles. Now my mama used to serve this with slaw. I don't know why. She just did. Beef and noodles and slaw, always. But I'm going to enjoy this tonight. So for No Face Meals, I'm your host, Marjorie Haynes. No Face Meals, where the food are the stars.